Hello, how are y'all this evening? So I am going to show you how to apply lashes and how to clean our lashes and all the wears that you can have in this and all the goodies. So everything you need to know about lashes, I'm going to cover. So if you have never worn falsies before, this is the video for you. If you've never tried our lashes, this is the video for you. I'm going to talk to you about how to care for our lashes, how to apply them, and give you some tips, give you some easy peasy. There it goes. Okay, little glitch there. So I put it on Wi-Fi, so I shouldn't have an issue now. So I'm like on the far away from the other side of the house, so the Wi-Fi is not all that great, but we'll try and make this work. So I'm going to show you how to apply the lashes, how to clean the lashes, all the good stuff about our lashes in particular, but also give you some tips on how to like cover some stuff up and do some things. I've had this lipstick on all day, so I'm going to get this lipstick off, and then I'm going to show you my eyes too, because I'm going to show you, I have some on. This has been on all day. So as you're hopping in, tell me hello, let me know that you're here. But right now I have mist on, as you can see, the mist. These are my go-to like every single day, because you can make them pop if you want to, or you can let them just be by them, like they can be really little and small for you, or they can be like dramatic if you add some mascara before you put them on. So I'm going to definitely show you the difference in a few of our lashes, but I'm also going to show you like some tips and tricks on how to apply these properly without having any issues and it just being a flawless effort. Does that sound good for everybody? If that sounds good for everybody, let me know. Throw me up some hearts. Tell me, yes, you need this video. Yes, you want to know how to apply them. Yes, you're struggling and you need to know what to do. And we will get right into it. So let me invite a couple people. There's a few people who asked me, oh, this is going to be one of those videos where it's just a pain in the butt. So I am adding a couple people that have asked me to do this video. So there we go. Now we are good. Okay, let's get going. So hey Tiffany, hey Megan, hey, let's see, Andrea and Shayla and Morgan and Kiki and Bree and Heather. Hey everyone. So let's get started. What I have on right now is mist, and I'm gonna go ahead and take these off, and I'm gonna show you how I clean them, so that way, that's kind of a good way to start, is to go ahead and tell you I'm gonna take these off, I'm gonna clean them, Alexa volume down, and then we will get into applying them, okay? So all day long I've had these on. They do not feel like I have lashes on. Like I don't feel them unless I'm like really trying. I really don't notice them. So these are really good for just an everyday, and these are the mists, because they can be big and dramatic if you want them to be, or they can be just normal. So with the lashes, I have never had an issue with them pulling any lashes out, hey Sandra, or anything like that, because the glue is so soft. It's super strong, but it is very gentle on the eyes. And that's one of the things that I loved about it. I used to use the Duo glue, and I don't use that anymore because of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some oil-free makeup remover, and I'm going to put it in a little bowl. Okay, so I'm just putting it in a little bowl, because I'm going to let these lashes soak while I show you how to apply the others, and then I'm going to show you how to clean them, so you know how to take care of them if you want to wear them longer. A lot of people can get 5 to 10 wears out of these lashes depending on the lash and depending on how well you take care of them. So you need to know how to take care of them. As you're hopping in, let me know where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to know where everybody is from. Give me a hey, give me a hello, throw me up some hearts. So when you take off these lashes, there's a couple things that you can do. There's several things actually you can do, but two things that are super easy. You can just peel them. That's one. You can just peel them off. Or if you need to, which I don't even have a cotton ball in here because I wasn't planning on doing this, but I won't do it. If you need to add a little bit of makeup remover, you can. So get a little bit of makeup remover on a cotton ball or a Q-tip and rub it on the eye before you peel it off, if that is necessary, if you feel like you need that. Fort Lauderdale, Texas, where is everyone from? Let me know. But I just tend to peel them off because it doesn't bother me. I've never had it like peel lashes off or anything like that. So I just go from the outside and I just gently peel it in. And it, like, I'm just holding on to the edge and I just kind of peel it off. It doesn't pull, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't take any lashes off or anything like that. So I've never had, well, me personally, I've never had any issues. So you can see it's all nasty, it's all dirty from sitting on like my eyeshadow and stuff. So I'm going to throw that in the bowl. So I'm throwing this in the bowl. And you can see just a dramatic difference. This does have some mascara on it. I do have long lashes. They're just really light colored. And then when I put the mascara, they still, because I have hooded eyes, don't quite do what they need to do. So you can just see a difference. Like if I were to put a bunch of mascara on this, I might be able to get them a little longer. But when I have this hood here, it like falls on top of it. So this is a good way to tell. There's a big difference. I look like I have lashes here. I do not look like I have lashes until I get up close. So lashes do matter. I will say that lashes do matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off. As you're hopping in, let me know where you're from. And if you're watching on the replay, comment replay below. I'd love to know that you came in and watched. So I'm peeling this one off as well. And you can see it's got the gunk from my eyeshadow and stuff on it. So I'm gonna throw this one in the bowl too. So these are going to soak. While we play with lashes, those are gonna soak, and I'm gonna show you how to clean those at the end. So now I have no lashes on, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my eyes off so that I can show you how to apply things and why I do what I do. And maybe y'all can give me some tips if you do this on a normal basis. If you put lashes on a normal basis, drop me a unicorn below. If you do not ever put on lashes, and maybe this is like your first attempt, then drop me the below. That face, face. I'm taking all my makeup off. You're gonna see me real and raw. That's okay. I don't mind. I ain't scared. I'm scared. So I'm gonna get this makeup off my eyes so I can show you how to apply these and what I do. Some really good tips. If you've worn lashes but you've struggled, like maybe you've struggled with them and you can't quite figure out what's going on. Maybe you have can't get close enough to the line, the eye line, or maybe the lash line, or maybe you're just struggling some way with your lashes and you can't quite get them on, then drop me the word lash below. Lash. I should have just washed my face, but I wanted to show you me taking them off. By the way, I have super sensitive skin, so you see me getting all red and blotchy. It's because I have super sensitive skin, and anytime I rub my face or do anything, it like freaks out on me. I know some of y'all, if you've watched some of my makeup videos, you see that underneath I have like red blotchy spots. So, okay, that's good enough for me. Let that dry a little bit. So we're gonna get into, you only tried today, that's awesome, at least you've tried once. So we're going to apply some lashes, and now these are just natural lashes, there's nothing on them, no makeup, nothing, okay? And some things that you can, let's do some troubleshooting. Let's start there. So people who do their makeup typically wear multiple colors of eyeshadow, right? So you put on an eyeshadow and you've got your eyeshadow all over, and then you start like adding to it, right? Well, if it's too powdery, if you've put entirely too much powder on your eyelid, then that could cause your lash to not adhere properly. So that's one thing that could happen. Another thing that could happen is if you have like the gel or glitter and you put it on your eyelid and you don't let it dry fully, then you're gonna have trouble with your lash. If you're just putting it on a basic eye like this with nothing, that's fine. It's fine. But when you start adding things to it, you got to be very careful. So, how many of y'all typically wear lashes on a regular basis? Let me know. Yes or no. Do you normally wear lashes on a regular basis? I'm going to just add an eyeshadow as if I had just a base color. I'm just adding a color. It's kind of a skin tone color, just so I have something to start with. Even whenever I'm doing my normal eyeshadow in the morning, I always coat my lash with something close to the eyelid color or shade so that I have a base to start with. Do you normally wear lashes on a regular? I do not wear them on a regular, but I am starting to wear them almost every day now because I really like the way my eyes look. It's like a major pop for me now. So If you know someone who would love to wear lashes, please add them to this video. Share my video, click share, and let people watch. Ask them to come in and watch with you so that they can learn how to apply some lashes. So here's the thing. A lot of people, whenever they are applying their lashes, they can't get it close enough to the eyelash, right? So like maybe it's up a little, or they have trouble really getting it to set where it needs to sit. So a really good tip for you is to apply eyeliner. That is a really good disguise for your lash, not to see where the imperfections are. When you are applying eyeliner, there's several eyeliners that you can use. If you use a pencil, if you use something like that, you have to be careful that it will actually glide across the eye and that it's not like a wax. A lot of times you have trouble with waxes actually staying where they need to be and they move. So I like liquid, or you can do a, I'm going to take my lipstick off, or you can do a gel, whatever you feel comfortable with. You can use whatever you want to get I'm sorry, I like start taking my makeup off and I want to take it all off, so I'm going to take most of my face off. So if you are using a gel or a liquid, that's great. Something like that, that would be perfect. Okay, I feel so much better like getting my makeup off, so I'm getting I just feel better. It's refreshing. I'm not going to take my eyebrows off because I have no eyebrows. I can clean those later. So okay, got my eyes ready, we're good to go. So eyeliner, if you want to disguise it, you would put some eyeliner on. One really good tip for whenever you put eyeliner on is to get the eyeshadow brush wet before you dip it into an eyeshadow, and make a line with your eyeshadow prior to putting your eyeliner on. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to get a brush, angled brush. I'm spraying it with some primer to get a little bit moist, a little wet. I'm going to use a dark shade. You can use a brown, it really doesn't matter. Just use a dark shade. And I'm going to draw a line across my eye with this brush. I'm trying to look in the phone and the mirror at the same time. And create me a little line here. It's not going to be perfect. Just telling you, it ain't going to be perfect. So if you do this, and get it with that liquid, basically getting your brush a little bit wet, this creates a line for you to do your eyeliner, and it actually helps your eyeliner glide on easier. So use an eyeshadow. So that's tip number one. Use an eyeshadow and get it across the eye like that. Then you can come in and you can go ahead and use an eyeliner. I am really stuck on this one, but I mean, you can use any of them, but I'm going to just go straight across the line that I just created with my eyeliner. Super easy. Let me see if I can, where's my mirror? Let me grab a mirror real quick. I'm going to use this mirror real quick and make sure I've got where I want it. Clean it up a little. Okay, so I've got my eyeliner on, and that is going to disguise the lash a lot so that way you don't actually see the imperfections. Now I'm going to do this both ways. I'm going to put one on without, and I'm going to put one with. So we are going to go with Erica, and I'm actually going to open, we're going to go with Erica. I'm actually going to open up a new box with Erica and show you how to apply them, how to fit them, and all of that good stuff. So as you're hopping in, if you haven't already told me where you're from, let me know, and let's get going with the Erica. So the Ericas I really love because they're longer on the ends, shorter on the inside, and they flare out, which is really pretty. And I just love these. I love these. And Erica, the girl that these were named after, she is thebomb.com, just letting you know. So if Erica watches this, love you, girl. I absolutely adore her. So these are very fitting. So what you would do is I should have showed you how to do this. Let me put this back on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this back on. Let's start over. So when you take these off, you get on the edge, you kind of peel the edge off and slowly peel it off. And then I always come back and help kind of pull right there at the end. Okay. I don't want to yank it and rip it off. So now I have a lash. Now what? Okay. Well, I'm going to fit it to my eye. I can already show you that you can see on the end, it kind of pokes out. So I'm going to want to trim that. but I want to see if this is going to fit my eye. Do I need to trim it? Is it too big? Is it too long? You know, that sort of thing. So you just sit it on top of your lashes. Just sit it there, okay? Kind of try to get it as close to the end as possible and figure out if it's long enough, short enough. Some people have really small eyes, some are bigger eyes, so you can kind of adapt to it. So Erica's typically fit me pretty well, so I'm just gonna trim the ends off just a tad. And when you are trimming and you're actually like cutting it, start from the outside, okay? But for this, I'm taking off just the little sides, the little bands there. I don't want those poking me, so I'm gonna cut them. One thing I do whenever you are trimming is I kind of do it at an angle. You don't have to. I prefer it at an angle. Hey Diane, hey Jessie, how are y'all? Get this cut. Okay. I'm still cutting the end here just because I got a little section. There we go. Okay, so I've got it cut. And now I am ready to get this applied. Now I'm using Erica, which is one of our 3D, which is one of our foam ink. And it is actually, if you can see, it's very fluffy and kind of has several layers. It's very pretty. So I'm going to, hey Sabrina, how are you? I'm going to use my applicator. What I love about this applicator is that it is wider, so it'll hold the lash quite well. So I'm going to get this lash held by the applicator. I just slide it on. Get it to where it's comfortable on the lash. There's fuzz right there. Let's get this fuzz off. Okay, so your lash goes on like this, right? So you're gonna put the glue on this bottom section. So if you're looking at the lash and how it curls up, you're putting it on this bottom section, okay? And you don't want it anywhere else. I've seen girls put it on like all over the top and then the sides and all that. You don't need that. You need it right along the line that it's gonna sit under your lash. It's actually gonna sit on the skin across your lash line. So you don't need it, like if this was the other way, which it's not, but this would look funny going this way, but if it was going this way, you still want it, you know, on that side. So we are going to apply some glue to the back side of this. Our adhesive is kind of a translucent blue almost. So I'm gonna show you, let's see if I can do this. Hold this and do this at the same time. Okay. This lighting always gets me with the mirror for me to be able to do this, but I always wind up having to look down, but I'm trying really hard so you can see. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I'm adding way too much because I can't really see what this is doing. So let me spread some of it off a little bit. Okay, now I have this nice blue iridescent color on my lash, okay? So I'm going to let this dry. Let me show you the other side. I don't have any on this side, okay? It's only on that side, so I'm gonna let this dry. I'm just gonna fan it and let it dry. And then we will apply it. I'm going to actually apply more of a natural lash to this side so you can see without the eyeliner and show you the difference. That shows you like whether or not it kind of disguises it. You don't have to go this thick either. I chose to do this just because I'm using a bigger lash, one of the foam inks. I like it a little thicker, the eyeliner. But you don't have to have that. You can have it thinner. What are y'all up to tonight? It's Tuesday. Is it cold? It's cold where I am. It is cold here. So my daughter had a soccer game that got canceled because of icy streets and things like that, the icy roads. Let me tell you, I'm in South Texas, and if it's anywhere like below 35, everybody freaks out. So it's just not good. It's not good. It gets cold real quick here, and so nobody's on the roads. We had like basketball games canceled. Everything got canceled today because of the weather. It's freezing here, 40, and you're in Florida. It was in the 30s today. And see, and then you have someone like that who's like, it's -2 today. It's -2 here. Well, you know what? I'm freezing my tushy off and it's in the 30s. Just saying. This Texas girl don't like it. It's cold in Cali too. What's the temp? So it's almost done. If you can see, there's still a couple blue spots there. So I'm letting this dry. I typically have a fan going, but I'm too cold. I'm too cold for it to have a fan right now. It was not, you know what? It was hot here on Christmas too. So it's just crazy. Like the temperature and the weather is just insane. Okay, so it is ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this. You do not apply it directly like this. You don't kind of like, you've got to go upward and down. So I kind of go down and scoop it in. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Down and scoop. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to apply this as close to the lash line as possible. So I'm trying to watch what I'm doing and do this at the same time, which is really hard, just saying. So I'm going to set this down and grab my mirror. So I need to move this side closer to the lash line and get this a little closer. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Make sure the inside is closer to the lash line. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you come in with the top of the applicator and kind of push it down a little. So I'm pushing my lash down onto the lash line. Okay. Trying to get it to set in there. So I'm actually going to kind of leave this alone. Don't do anything with it after I've tapped it and I feel good about it. And I will tell you that it is not always the first time around. And I'm already like looking at this going, I may take this off and try again. So yeah, see, I don't like the inside of that. But a lot of times people, hey girl, how are you? A lot of times people are like, oh, I can't get it on and this, that. You can't stress about it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You just let it go, let it do its thing. And if it doesn't work, take it off, do it again. But there's one. So I'm actually going to leave this on and let it set and see how I feel about it after it's done. And the reason I love the eyeliner is if I get really close, you'll see that it's not quite to the lash line. So I really love that. The total time for wear. So Ellie, it actually lasts, I don't really know if there's a set time, if there's an actual like time that they give us. However, I have worn it, I've heard from the CEO, Jesse's told me that they've worn it like on the boat and they have no issues with it and they're out for hours and hours. I personally have worn it for over 20 hours and was on a plane and slept on the plane and didn't have any issues. And I've actually slept in them and had them fall off in the middle of the night. So it is what it is. You really just got to test it out. So what I love about this applicator is the fact that it is wider and it is easier than trying to use tweezers. And I used to get, like if you get little like Ardell or anything, you get this. Look at that. Look at the difference in that. Isn't that amazing? I love this thing. So, oh yes, you know what, Emily, I will do that. I'm actually going to take this off and show you. I'll do that. I'll take this off and show you another way that you can do it. I do not want you to put mascara over this. That's another tip that I was going to give you. So the applicator, what I do once I know that this is good and it's like tacky and it's good to go, is I come back in and I kind of squeeze them. I make sure that that my lash is dry. Let me grab my other mirror. It's really hard trying to look in the phone. I make sure that the lash glue is dry, so I give it a few seconds. And you'll know, like if you go to touch it and it starts sticking to the applicator, you don't want to do this. But then I go in and I just kind of gently squeeze them together and it'll push the lashes together. Okay? And then that'll be it. So then if you look at the other side, and if I got really close, you can see it's not 100% on the lash line. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Let's say you're struggling. Let's say you had trouble putting this lash on and you were fighting it and couldn't get it on. That's okay. Take it off. Make sure you go back in and touch up your eyeliner before you try to reapply. And I'm going to show you what you would do if you want to put mascara on. Thank you, Emily. I have people who love to put the mascara on top of the lashes, and you can do that, and I'll actually probably show you on this eye, but I don't really like that. I don't like it because it does break down your lashes a little faster. You can't use them as often. So this way, you know that you can continue using them and you're not getting that gunk on there. So I'm going to just add a little mascara to my lashes. And when you do add mascara, for those who have light shaded lashes, if you've got like blonde lashes, mine are pretty light, so you can actually see them in the, if I don't put mascara on, you can see them up against the lashes typically. But this will also help them hold better. I don't know why, but my lashes are going every direction right now. So we will just deal with the crazy lashes. So I've got a little bit of mascara on, and we're going to reapply this Erica lash. It's a little bit tacky still, but we're going to add the glue, and it's okay if you have to add more glue and start over. That's quite all right. That's why you go cleaning them later. So I'm going to apply this again so you can see, and I'm actually going to apply a normal silk one to the other eye without the mascara and without the eyeliner, so you can see the difference. This one's kind of a va-va-voom one. This one, that's what I call them. That's my version of drama. They're dramatic, my va-va-voom. Like, those are the va-va-voom ones, and these are the normal ones. So now I've got my blue iridescent, and I'm going to let that dry. Meanwhile, on this eye, what I'm going to show you is we have so many different kinds. So I'm going to let this dry in my hand, but I'm still going to multifunction here. These are the Bellas. These are the itty bittiest ones we've got, and they're really good for those who do not have lashes at all, or maybe they have a reason that they're losing their hair, and so their lashes are going, or maybe they wear glasses and they don't want anything like rubbing against, then they can use these. These just add a little bit of volume, and so if you were to sit them on top of your lash, let's see if I can get this to just sit, you can see that, oh, no, you cannot see. There we go. If I was fitting it, and I'll apply this. They're itty bitty. They're like itty bitty. So for someone like me who doesn't have a whole lot of lashes anyway, I mean, doesn't have, who has hooded eyes, it's going to push them down even more, but these are very, very small. Love it. So the silk ones you can wear about maybe 5 to 7 times, and the foamy you can wear a little longer depending on the care. It really depends. I've noticed that because this band is thinner on these, and I'll show you while I'm holding this band, which it's almost ready for me to apply, is a thicker band than this one. This one's very little bitty. So although the little bitty ones are easier to apply, they also are easier to tear apart, and you don't want that. So you do not want that. So you got to be very careful and I'll show you when I clean the mists. When you're cleaning them and when you're wearing them, they're just very hard to take care of. You got to be very careful. Be tender. Be tender with your lashes. If you're careful with your lashes, they're so much easier to apply. So I redid my eyeliner and I put some mascara on. My lash is pretty much ready to go on. So I'm going to actually do this in this mirror this time so I can see what I'm doing. I'm coming in and I'm going downward, going straight across the lash line. Then I'm going to come in and grab that inside and make sure that I need light here, people. I need light. I can't see. Make sure that that is sitting on the lash line. Okay? Come in and make sure the back end is where I want it. And then I just start tapping it into place. I've had people ask about their fingers. You can definitely like use your finger and try to push it down. That's totally okay. I don't really care to use my fingers. I just always use the applicator because it's easy, it's there. So it's sitting. I'm gonna let it sit for a few seconds here. And then I'm gonna come in and start maneuvering it. Okay. Just making sure it's in place. I have very little lighting unless I'm looking at you. So there's the lash. It's sitting. It hasn't been finished yet. But you can even tell if you look really close that there's a little bit of a separation. So I let that dry for a few seconds and then I'm going to squeeze it. While I'm letting that dry, why don't we go ahead and apply another lash on the other side. So let's apply, let's see. Let's apply Mina. Mina is right above Bella, and they're itty bitty too, but the line, the lash line is super thin. These are silk. These are the ones you can wear about 5 to 7 times, depending on your care. And I'm not going to put mascara on, and I'm not going to put eyeliner on, so you're going to see the difference in the line but these are very good. I know people who put these on without any eyeliner, without anything, and they rock them. So again, I'm going to do the glue. This one will dry so much faster and will go on so much faster because it is not as thick of a band and it's such a thin line. So let me get this on here and then we'll let it dry. You know, I didn't even measure this. I should have measured it, but I think it's good. I think these have already been worn. So we're going to let this dry, and then I'm going to put this on and show you what it's like without it. Then I'll come back and kind of squeeze these and show you what I do on a norm. See, this is almost dry. It's almost dry because it is the silk. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Ashley. What are y'all up to tonight? What is everyone up to tonight? Let me see. I missed a couple comments there. Tiffany, which ones? The Bellas? You're going to like them if you haven't worn the Bellas. Okay, this is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. This one I can kind of do pretty much on the camera. Okay, maybe not. Don't try this at home, folks. No. I'm telling you, sometimes they just don't want to work for you, and that's okay. You just take it off and start over. But there you go. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for just a few seconds. I'm going to come back in with this, and what I like to do with this applicator is, again, I like to just kind of gently squeeze them together. I don't pull my lash, like I don't grab the eye itself. I just come in and just gently squeeze my lashes together so that they are blended together and they function together and it looks like normal lashes. I mean, obviously they're not normal lashes because they're very thick and out there, but it does help them make a little bit more of a natural look. So there is the Erica, and it's dry, so you can see, okay? And then here is the Mina, and the Mina, I didn't even get it all the way on. Of course I didn't. I was focusing on the other eye, and it may not sit. So I'm going to let that sit for just a second longer. Doesn't look like I got it right where I wanted it. Nope. And that's okay. Like I said, sometimes it just doesn't want to work for you. A lot of times they're still tacky, so you can go, hey Irene, you can take it off a little and you can reapply if it's still tacky. It usually takes a little bit to dry, so the tackiness you can absolutely peel off and start over, okay? If you have trouble with it. And I will say that with the silk ones, because the band is thinner, you will have a tendency to, it'll dry so much faster. So you can see that one's a little bit up off the lash line. And with that, I'm like, not looking at the camera. This is why I like the eyeliner. Okay, so even whenever I squeeze this together and it'll actually stay, and it would stay there, I could take it off and I could try to apply it closer, and I probably am, just so y'all could see. Even if I come in and squeeze this as close to the lash line as I want, not having any eyeliner at all does kind of affect the way it looks. Let me see if I can show you like really close. Can you see just like there's a difference right there? Can you see that? So even if you were to push this down, this one's a very natural lash. Even if you try to get it as close to the line as possible, you're still going to have a little trouble. And see how this one's coming up? So it didn't go so well. So you just take it off, reapply, okay? But this one, I'm going to pretend like it's, well, let's pretend like it's good. So there's your Mina. It's very natural, okay? So just pretend like that part stayed. Yay, Mina, pretty, 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 pretty. So, do you put mascara on before or after? I would put it on before. I'm going to reapply Mina, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when you put mascara on. You can absolutely put mascara on. There's not a problem with you putting mascara on after. I know a lot of girls who do. I've got one girl who is like the lash queen that's on my team who absolutely swears by putting mascara on after. But she'll also tell you that cleaning them is a daily thing for her because she got to clean off all of the mascara. So I don't like putting the mascara on after because it does affect your lashes. And I like to wear these multiple times. So I'm going to get this to dry one more time and apply it. So here's a tip too. Let me show you. So I have my eyeliners all cattywampus. So I'm going to come back in with my eyelining pen. And I usually do this. When I'm doing my makeup, I'll come back in. I'm going to multitask again. Hold this and hold that and hold this. And just go straight across the top of my lash line. And put a line of eyeliner. So that it thickens it up. Another really good tip is whenever you're done going under the lashes, and I kind of work my eyeliner right along that waterline and darken it up right there in the waterline, right under the lashes, right in the front, and it'll darken that band up right there so that it looks much more natural. Meanwhile, this Mina is almost dry, so there is a complete lash. Isn't it pretty? It feels so good too. I love the foam ink. It's very, love it. Okay, this one's almost dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to reapply this and try to do this. It's really hard. Let me see if I do it this way. Maybe this way you can see what I'm doing as I shake for the camera. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm not gonna lie, this lash particularly is my worst lash. Like, I hate this lash with a vengeance. I mean, it's very natural looking, but I always have trouble getting this lash on. I have no idea why. I can do it, it's just a pain in the butt every single time. And I don't know why. Felicia's on, she could tell you. I've put this thing on before when I've been on the phone with her and been like, what the heck is wrong with this thing? Yeah, it's always a pain. So with this one, same thing. I'm going to push it down, get it as close to the lash line as possible. I hope you can see what I'm doing because I can't see whether or not you see it because I'm staring at the mirror trying to get it on. I think that I may show you a Gigi instead. So there's the Mina. I think that I'm going to take this off and show you a Gigi just because I can put them on really fast. And this one does have some mascara, so we're going to do that. So here's another tip that you can do too. When you are having trouble with your lashes, let's say you can't get your lash on, you're struggling. So these Gigis are dirty, so I'm going to put a Gigi on that's not so pretty, but that's okay. Maybe you're struggling to get your lash on and it's not working for you and you're frustrated. Walk away. There have been some mornings that I've had one lash on and I've had to walk away. It is the best thing that I've ever done, is just walk away, because putting lashes on is actually super, super simple. People overcomplicate it because we get worked up. For me putting on the Mina, normally I would have had eyeliner on and I wouldn't have cared, but because I didn't have eyeliner on and it's so close, you know, you can see how far away from the lash line it is, you start to get like, oh, like, I gotta get this lash on, and you start freaking out, and it's like, I need this lash on, and just chill. Some days, it's just not a lash day. Some days, you just can't wear a lash. Some days, it's just not gonna work for you, so just let it be. Other days, it's a whole other story. So, if you do struggle with it, don't sweat it. Just go with it, okay? So Gigi's a little bit thicker of a silk one, but it's also a silk. You can wear these multiple times as well. This one's almost ready. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this to apply as close to this lash line as possible as well, and see if I can get you to see what I'm doing at the same time. I cannot do this right. There we go. So now I'm just making sure that the front is sitting where it needs to sit. The back is sitting where it needs to sit. Come in and tap, tap, tap. That one was much better. Boom. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is with Mina. So there you go. There's my Gigi. So Gigi's going to sit for a second because Gigi has to dry so that I can do the little squeezy thing. Okay. So this one I already have, it's on, like it's fine. And let's say that you wanted it to maybe be curled up a little more. I don't know why with Erica you wouldn't want that curl that one up very much. But if you had trouble with Erica and you wanted to curl it up a little, I would just use your eyelash curler just as you would normally. Like, don't do anything different to it than you would your own lashes. Curl as needed, do whatever you need as needed. So now I'm going to squeeze my Gigi in. I do not make it look so easy, Rebecca, when I've like pulled the stupid thing off several times, but thank you. It can be easy. I mean, it really can be. If you are used to it, you'll just pop them on. I will tell you that the eyeliner is a huge blessing, and I'll show you why. I'll show you a great reason why right here. So I have this thing with my eye. It's always on this eye too. So don't look at me if you ever see me up close. Don't ever look really, really close. But for whatever reason, this one never wants to sit right along the lash line. It wants to sit on the lashes. So if I have eyeliner on, you can't tell. And I can't tell. Like, you won't be able to notice. But if you do not have eyeliner on, let me show you. You can see that it's sitting on the lashes. You see that? It's not actually sitting right here on the edge. And that's because right there, my eye waters like crazy all the time. And so when I apply lashes, it always wants to sit right on the lashes. It will not sit on the actual skin because it just won't, because it'll be wet and stuff. So it won't ever do that. It's always very frustrating when I apply it. And I'm like, I want it on the, but it won't. So, and you can't tell. And if you do have some eyeliner on, you wouldn't be able to tell at all. And you can't really tell now. I mean, I don't have any eyeliner on this eye at all. But you can tell, like, well, you can see where it's all glittered from earlier in the week. You can see a little bit of glitter right there from, like I said, these were dirty. But when you do this lash, same thing. You're going to come in and squeeze them, make sure that they're where they need to be all the way across. And these are sitting more on my lash. Well, on the end, they sit more on the lash than they do the skin. But you can tell, like, there you go. And it is super easy. I mean, that one, they're pretty easy. If you did want to apply mascara afterwards, you can. It's not a big deal. I'm going to show you how to do that. This one's not quite all the way dry. I just don't like to. And I won't apply it to this one because I really like this one. Christy, I will message you when we get off of here. I love this one. Those are my favorite. You know, I'm going to show you a couple others. There's Priya, which everyone tends to love Priya. And then there's Rosie. This is Rosie. This is like the most dramatic one, and it's all the way across. The reason that I like Erica so much is because it is shorter on the inside. So for eyes like mine, I like it being shorter on the inside and then thicker on the end. Priya, a lot of people love Priya. Mine are kind of not the way they're supposed to be in the little thing. But there is a difference between Priya and Rosie. Rosie is very thick compared to Priya. Don't mind the Priyas that are all messed up. Rosies are your favorite, Tiffany? That's good to know. I am not really a fan of Rosies unless I really want that Va Va Voom. I really am a fan of Erica. And then from Erica, the other one that I'm a big fan of is the Gigi or the Miss. And the Miss I had on earlier. You saw me have that one on. So this should be a little bit drier now. So I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara over this lash. And when you're doing the mascara over the lash, you just got to be careful. So I'm going to hold this up too so I can kind of guide my mascara a little bit. Be careful how you're applying the mascara to the lashes. And it will give you the length, and it will obviously make them bigger and bolder. You're going to see a big difference. You see that? You already see that that's like a big difference, right? And I just added a little mascara because the mascara really takes to the lashes. Now, like I said though, it's going to be harder to clean them and keep them clean, so you need to be very careful when you do clean them. But there you go. So that's a Gigi. I love Gigi. Like, love Gigi. And if you saw me stack lashes, if you saw that video where I stacked them, I stacked Miss and Gigi, which is like, really thick. It looks like this, but really thick, and it was just so pretty. So pretty. Did y'all watch that video? Oh, I love that. Like, the stacking was gorgeous. Now I'm like stuck on that stacking. But Erica is definitely beautiful. If you wanted to add mascara to Erica, you could. I'm not going to this one because she's so pretty and she's fluffy. She's very fluffy, okay? But you can even tell, like, having an eyeliner really does disguise a lot of imperfections when doing your lashes. So let's clean a lash. Let's show you how to clean a lash. So if you've had them soaked, and then I'm going to take questions as soon as I am done showing you how to clean this lash. I'm going to take the lash out. I'm going to dry it off a little. This one, I don't think, I had a little mascara on it. So I'm getting the mascara off, and all I'm doing is I've got it on a paper towel and I'm patting it. That's all I'm doing, okay? So I'm going to show you how to take the glue off of this. So after you've soaked it in a makeup remover, which is an oil-free makeup remover, what I like to do is hold this by the applicator, and I'm only going to show you a little piece, so don't get worried now. So I'm going to just show you a little piece. You can see there's a lot of gunk on there. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to take tweezers and I'm going to start from the center, and I'm going to work my way and just slide the gunk off, okay? The gunk will, like, the glue will start to peel off. It's not a big deal. When you are peeling the glue off, even if you use your nails to take some of the glue off, you need to be very careful not to be aggressive and like yank at it. Just very carefully take the glue off, and it will slide off. It's very like gunky and gooey. So if you're using it from the center and you just slide it, it'll come right off. Okay, so that's how you clean your lashes. I'm gonna put that back in there and let that soak for a few seconds while I finish talking to y'all. So do you have questions about applying the lashes? Would you like to see another lash on? I have no problem trying on another lash for you or showing you another lash. I really do only use my applicator at this point. I used to be using my tweezers, and I used to use this little clampy thing and all these things, but now I only use the applicator. It's super easy. You use mascara. See, I'm not a mascara fan, only because I don't want to have to clean them. I just don't want to clean them. So with this Erica, I don't have to clean it. I mean, I can wear it a couple times without having to clean it. I can rub it with alcohol and sanitize it, but I don't have to actually like pull glue off of it and all that. So that's, I mean, I guess it's just the lazy girl way of doing it. I don't want to have to do that. And I like them being super soft and fluffy and pretty. All right. Do y'all have any questions for me before I hop off? I really love the idea of putting on eyeliner. And if you have trouble with the eyeliner, use the eyeshadow first. Mascara before the lashes. If you choose to put mascara on after the lashes, just know that you'll have to clean that off. Not a big deal, but you have to clean it. The silk ones have a thinner band, so they're easier to apply than the thicker ones that are the faux mink. And I guess that's it. I'm going to let y'all go. There's my Gigi again. And there's my Erica. Gigi. Erica. Gigi. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.